Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories in company filings. It seems one CEO has decided to trade in his corner office for some new adventures. But the question is, what does this mean for the folks left holding the bag? Let's dive into this latest filing from Longeveron Inc, a company we've talked about before. This is a current report, and it's not so much about dazzling financial numbers this time around, but more about some significant leadership changes at the very top. So the big news here is that Wael Hashad is stepping down as Chief Executive Officer and also leaving the board of directors. The reason given is pretty standard. He wants to pursue other opportunities. Now, to fill that big shoes, the board has tapped Then Powell, who is currently the Chief Business Officer, to step in as the Interim Chief Executive Officer. This change is set to happen on September 4th of 2025. Powell is no stranger to the executive suite. He's 47 and brings over 25 years of experience in the pharmaceutical and biotech world, having worked with giants like GSK and Eli Lilly. Before joining Longeveron, he also led corporate development and strategy for Surescripts, which eventually got acquired by TPG. In his new role as interim CEO, Powell will be pulling in a base salary of $500,000, and he's also eligible for bonus payments and equity grants, which are things like stock and options that he'll earn over time if he sticks around and does a good job. On top of that, the board has also appointed Dr. Joshua Hare, who is a founder of the company and currently the Chief Science Officer and board chair, to a new role as executive chairman of the board. This essentially means he'll be more involved in guiding the company's strategic direction in a more hands-on way. It's worth remembering Longeveron stock is traded on the Nasdaq under the ticker LGVN, and it's classified as a company that's still growing, which means it gets some flexibility in how it complies with certain financial reporting rules. This report also mentions an attached press release dated September 3rd, 2025, which likely details these leadership changes further, offering maybe a bit more color on the company's plans and how they see the transition playing out. This is a common practice to announce big news like this as well through a press release. This particular filing is important because it's a Form 8K, which signals that something significant has happened that the company believes investors need to know about right away. In this case, it's definitely the CEO transition. And looking at the signature section, we see Lisa Locklear, the Chief Financial Officer, signed off on this report, confirming these changes happen. This is a routine but necessary step to make sure the filing is official. So what does this all mean? Well, a change at the top like this can signal a few things. It could mean the old leadership felt the company wasn't performing as expected, or perhaps they saw a new direction and wanted a new captain at the helm. For Longeveron, with Then Powell stepping in and Dr. Hare taking on an executive chairman role, it suggests a focus on experienced leadership to steer their company, particularly with Powell's strong background in business development and strategy. It's also worth noting the timing with the interim CEO starting a few days after the report date. This isn't a crisis situation per se, but it marks a new chapter for Longeveron, with Then Powell stepping in and Dr. Hare taking on an executive chairman role. It suggests a focus on experienced leadership to steer the company, particularly with Powell's strong background in business development and strategy. It's also worth noting the timing with the interim CEO starting a few days after the report date. This isn't a crisis situation per se, but it marks a new chapter for Longeveron, and investors will be watching closely to see how it impacts the company's trajectory, especially in the competitive biotech space. Alright, that's our breakdown of Longeveron's latest filing. What's your take on these leadership changes? Do you think Then Powell is the right person to lead the company forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more decoding of the corporate world. Don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.